Hello, everybody. I'm sorry I couldn't be with you tonight. I know tonight we're talking about the precinct chairs, and I wanted to let you all know that there is something very important that is going to be occurring now that it's past June 17th, or today is June 17th, and we are now getting ready to usher in either new county chairs or basically our new biennium, which means an organization meeting should be occurring in the very near future. Ours is occurring on June 29th. It's a Saturday, and we decided to do it on a Saturday because we know we're going to have several hours to discuss new bylaws and our new organization. So the new organization has to do with the structure of your party, of your CEC, and that will determine how successful and how much good work you're going to accomplish for these next 2 years. At this meeting, what happens is you're going to be choosing your officers, you're going to be approving bylaws, you're going to be approving committees, you're going to be approving the members to serve on the committees. You can also set standing rules, which are more operational, administrative type things. Then the committees that you'd establish, are going to be more the organizational items. And that is basically the structure that you're going to be following. So it's really important for these bylaws, or these as you're writing them. And I wanted to give you a couple of things that we're looking at. First of all, we have to remember the purpose of the bylaws. The bylaws is what covers the governing of the assembly, and that's the county executive committee. And it gives us the freedom to act in concert and to meet and have full and free discussion, and to determine what kind of action that we need to take, or the courses of action going forward. And that'll be happening throughout our entire 2 years. And it also establishes that the opinion of every person has equal value. So if you take a look at the bylaws, you could say this is our constitution for our county executive committee meetings. Just like the constitution for our state and also for the US, this determines how much freedom we're going to have. And we are making decisions at this point in how much control we want to keep and how much control of governing over us we want to give away. And I know all of us are fighting for our freedom right now, and that freedom starts at our local county parties. So that's why these meetings are really important, and our bylaws are critical. So if you want a tyrannical county chair, give them all the power, give them all the say. They're going to make all the decisions. They're going to say all the finances. And if you want to maintain your control, you have to make sure your bylaws are reflecting the fact that county executive committee, which is all the precinct chairs, you guys are the decision makers. You're the board of directors. You are the citizens. You have the voice. You want to maintain your decision making. And any committee that is made does not act without the county executive committee approval. And the same thing with the chair. The county chair has very defined functions. They are to preside over the meetings, and they are to make sure that the headquarters, the offices, and all the functions there are happening and being covered. They take care of fundraising. They are the representative. They're the public voice for you all. And they are also the ones that help run the primary. Those are their responsibilities. Everything else falls back on the CEC, which is beautiful because we can hold our officials accountable. We can call them out. We can have discussions. We can make decisions. We can pass resolutions. We can go to our legislators. It's not the county chair that does this. This is us. And we're the one that's closest to our voter in our precinct. So we're the one that's representing them at our CEC. So you can almost see this like a little small legislative committee, like what we have at the House, but we'll be much more conservative. So I want to give you a couple of things that you're going to need. You're going to need to know your party rules as you're looking at your bylaws, okay? You're gonna need to know the party rules, because our bylaws cannot conflict with the party rules. You also want to have a copy of your old bylaws, so you can look at those, and hopefully you've been taking notes throughout the year saying, nah, this isn't going to work. We want to have more control or more say in this. So for instance, we found out that our county chair was the only one that could make committees. And we're like, no, we're equal in this. You serve us, you are a member, we're members. You can make committees, but so can we if we see a need. So we're going to change our bylaws on that. You also want Robert's rules. Everybody should have a copy of this. This is my other nighttime reading, and this is probably coming across backwards, but Robert's Rules of Order. You really need to know these, and we'll be having more parliamentary scheduled training coming up through the next couple months. And then you also want to find other precinct chairs that are like-minded, that you can meet and you can discuss about the bylaws, what you don't like, what you want to change. Make notes, get your amendments ready. Many times county chairs are going to, I guess what you say, roughshod these organization meetings because precinct chairs are not informed. But if we know the organization committee is up to us to determine how we want our county executive committee meeting to run, then we have to do our preparation now. And we're right in the middle of all this stuff ourselves. So after that, you have your amendments ready. If you've got a great county chair, hopefully they will propose send out their proposed bylaws. And if you don't like your bylaws and nothing's being shared with you, and they're just saying our organization meeting is this date and you're just going to show up, you do have to still vote on your bylaws. So you can reject the old bylaws. That means you don't have any rules of governing, but you're going to have to make sure you've got people agreeing to vote against these bylaws so that you are in a place to create new bylaws or to make the changes that you want. If for some reason your bylaws do pass, then you can stand up. Someone will make a motion to approve them. It'll be seconded, and there's supposed to be discussion, and you can be ready to make amendments. Okay, and those amendments can be discussed throughout the body, and then you just vote on them. I'm going to strongly suggest that you go through your bylaws one paragraph at a time, because so many little hidden things can happen there. And you want to take a look at the little words. They're saying the county chair does this, the county chair does that, the county chair does this, where in fact it should be with the approval of the CEC, or it can be the CEC will do this. Okay. The other thing I wanted to mention to you is that the other thing that's really important with the organization meeting is that anything that happens there is passed with a majority vote. Where if you waited later to make amendments, you can do that, but it's going to take a 2/3 vote. That's part of the party rule. So take a look at what your bylaws say. But there'll be a higher bar. It'll be harder to get any changes made if you don't do it here at the organization meeting. So I just wanted to give you those quick tips. If you have questions on anything, I'll be happy to share, our working document. If you would like to see our bylaws, there's a lot of stuff that we're changing in there, and every county is going to be different because we're different sizes. So just keep that in mind as well. So just take a look at what's going to work for you, and give you the freedom to do what it is to have full, free discussion on things and keep you guys in the driver's seat and not the county chair. So thank you. And I'm sorry, again, I can't be with you tonight, but I am available by email or through Slack if you got questions, or my phone. Thank you.